Until Kim Jong-un nuked this I just don't want to be here when Kim Jong-un press that red button. They nuked it so shit turned to fall out of New Vegas. No, please, Kim Jong-un, press that button, friends.
However, a new video is currently making rounds on the internet, featuring a Korean lawyer who explains the potential legal repercussions Johnny Somali could face for his recent actions. The lawyer sheds light on how his provocations and statements could lead to even more trouble, adding another layer of complexity to the situation. It seems that Johnny Somali is stirring up tensions by provoking North Korea and its leader, Kim Jong-un, against South Korea. Remarkably, he has even gone so far as to advise Kim Jong-un to destroy Korea by pressing a mysterious red button. While it's unclear exactly which red button Somali is referring to, the implication is undoubtedly alarming and adds a dramatic edge to the already fraught relationship between these nations.
What's your opinion on all the stuff that is happening with Johnny Somali in Korea? Yeah, once he finished with the police investigation, he will be deported, and what he did was horrible. Yeah, like of course, his each actions and each videos that he took and each of his contents are full of crimes, of course. Yeah, literally, he will be punished for misdemeanor, defamation, sexual harassment, insults, assault cases.
The lawyer elaborates that Johnny Somali's actions in Korea could lead to serious consequences under the law. However, there's also a strong possibility that he might be deported back to the USA. If deportation occurs, it would not only be a significant embarrassment for South Korea, but could also set a dangerous precedent. Such an outcome might inadvertently encourage others, like Johnny Somali, to engage in similar disruptive behavior in Korea and potentially in other parts of the world in the future.
Of course, he was also a victim of many assault cases, but at the same time, he will face many prosecutions in Korea.
In discussing the legal implications, the lawyer highlights that Johnny Somali has faced numerous physical attacks during his time in Korea, and he has reportedly filed lawsuits against those who assaulted him. However, what Johnny seems to fail to grasp is the stark difference between the legal systems in the USA and Asia. In the United States, filing lawsuits, even over relatively minor grievances, is a common practice, and the judicial system is structured to entertain such cases.
Cross them on my street.
We're gonna have a, trust me.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great night.
Go to Johnny's street, we're gonna have a good time. Whoa! What the fuck is your problem? Guys, what the fuck is your... No, hell no.
Asia, on the other hand, operates under a vastly different legal and cultural framework. Here, the threshold for what constitutes a serious legal matter is significantly higher, and the systems are less inclined to indulge in cases that lack substantial merit. The irony of Johnny's situation is that if the legal system in Korea were as stringent and thorough as he might expect, his repeated provocations, offensive behavior, and controversial statements would likely have landed him behind bars long ago. His actions have pushed the boundaries of acceptable conduct in Korea, yet he continues to misunderstand the cultural and legal nuances of the region, creating friction not just with individuals but with the broader society. In this video, Johnny Somali and his friends Gino and Hanku are seen arrogantly bragging about their supposed power to punish an individual and impose extreme consequences on him. However, the situation takes a humorous turn when both Gino and Hanku flee the scene, abandoning Johnny to face the fallout alone. Their so-called power quickly crumbles, leaving Johnny as the only one left to deal with the repercussions of their actions. Now, he stands as the sole person likely to face prosecution, with the potential of serving up to 29 years in prison.
You have any statement for him? If he's watching, they're gonna send a clip to this motherfucker. I'm pretty sure the motherfucker is scared because he knows that we didn't know we had a Korean person with us that we're gonna go to the police station and go report him, and they got CCTV and we have video.
I'm also an American, bro.
So what statement do you want to have to this guy?
Huh?
You want to say anything to the dude that attacked us?
While I'm here, if that motherfucker If them motherfucker attack you, then yeah, I'm gonna take them off.
Bro, where are you now? People are actively searching for you, yet here you are still talking about taking that guy down. If you're truly as powerful as you claim to be, then why are you hiding like a coward? Your actions don't match your words, and it's clear that all your bravado is nothing more than empty talk. There we go.
There we go. So yes,
Then I'm actually an amateur MMA fighter.
so we have fully pressed charges on the motherfucker.
I actually know the law.
Investigation has started. They got CCTV footage. They got all the evidence, all the photos, all the videos we sent. So yeah, this nigga fucked. And thank you for the money, bro. So I gotta say thank you for the money.
Friends like Gino and Hanku, who needs enemies? These so-called friends are the type who encourage reckless behavior, pushing you into committing serious mistakes, even crimes, only to vanish the moment things get dangerous. They leave you to shoulder all the consequences, not just for your own actions, but for theirs as well. Johnny Somali now finds himself in exactly this position, abandoned, alone, and bearing the full weight of the fallout. Meanwhile, the Korean lawyer delves deeper into the ramifications of Johnny's actions, pointing out that provoking North Korea adds an entirely new layer of trouble to his already dire situation. Let's revisit what the lawyer had to say about the consequences of messing with a nation as unpredictable as North Korea.
In fine, of course. Anyway, yeah, he will face many punishment, many guilty sentences in Korea, and anyway, yeah, he will be deported. His visa will be cancelled. But the real problem is that his misbehavior it led to a lot of prejudice and biased views to American or black Americans, or sometimes because of his naming that he named himself Somali, so many Somali people.
I completely agree, and I'm sure many of you watching feel the same way. The people who have suffered the most due to Johnny Somali's actions are undoubtedly black individuals, particularly black Americans and Somalians. His behavior has perpetuated harmful stereotypes, unfairly tarnishing the reputation of these communities. Now, anyone from these backgrounds visiting certain countries might face unjust discrimination or hostility simply because of the negative image Johnny Somali has created.
This guy is destroying the reputation of black people here in Asia. It's sad because I know quite a lot of black people who are highly intelligent, who are doing so many great work behind the scene, really.
So that kind of biased view and prejudice, that's what harms the society. So it's a horrible crime, not because he just committed a crime. The impact of his actions by harassing Korean people and Korean history and many Asian histories and Asian cultures, what he did in many Asian countries, that will leave a long legacy, negative legacy, which will hurt a lot of people and which will lead to many prejudiced views to foreigners in those areas.
As the lawyer pointed out, Johnny Somali's reckless actions have not only endangered his own life, but are now putting others at risk as well. In his recent videos, he has been seen making provocative comments about North Korea, fully aware that such mentions can attract more views. This has prompted many to suggest that the South Korean government should send Johnny Somali to North Korea. However, such a move could result in a dangerously unpredictable situation for South Korea. South Korea's failure to take decisive action against Johnny, coupled with his ongoing provocations involving North Korea while residing on South Korean soil, could have serious repercussions. North Korea might misinterpret his antics as propaganda orchestrated by South Korea, leveraging an American like Johnny Somali to provoke them intentionally. This misperception could escalate tensions between the two nations, further destabilizing an already fragile relationship and potentially sparking a diplomatic crisis.
Somali faces more jail time because he plays North Korean propaganda in South Korea.
There's something called a National Security Act in Korea, and it is a crime to promote, propagate, or otherwise disseminate North Korean propaganda, etc. in South Korea.
This situation poses a significant danger to South Korea, as Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, is notoriously unyielding and unpredictable, rarely heeding advice or pressure from the international community. Any provocative act by Johnny Somali, while he remains in South Korea, could escalate tensions and potentially provoke Kim Jong-un into taking retaliatory action. Such a response might create serious consequences for South Korea, adding fuel to an already volatile relationship between the two nations and jeopardizing regional stability.
Look, if he was doing this as a joke once, I would say that they're probably not going to do anything about it, right? The problem is he has repeatedly done this, not just once, but multiple times. He played North Korean propaganda on the metro, on the bus, at Lotte World, various places. He's gone all around making North Korean statements, etc.
And because he is doing this over and over, the judge maybe increases jail time?
So a judge looking at him doing this maliciously and repeatedly could say, yeah, no, we're actually going to charge him with that. And we're going to ding him on that one too. Because he's done this over and over and over again.
And because Johnny Somali continues to engage in these reckless actions over and over again, there's a real possibility that the judge may decide to increase his jail time. His repeated provocations, especially in such a sensitive context, could be seen as a pattern of behavior that warrants harsher punishment. This could lead to even more severe legal consequences, further complicating his already dire situation.
If you like North Korea so much, go there, please. Go to North Korea, please. Please, the South Koreans, you obviously don't like the South Koreans, okay? They don't like you, you don't like them. So go to North Korea. I mean, it's just a stone's throw away. Go to North Korea. Maybe they will like you. Maybe you'll like them. Spoiler alert, probably won't.
And because Johnny Somali continues to engage in these reckless actions over and over again, there's a real possibility that the judge may decide to increase his jail time. His repeated provocations, especially in such a sensitive context, could be seen as a pattern of behavior that warrants harsher punishment. This could lead to even more severe legal consequences, further complicating his already dire situation. Johnny Somali's activities frequently spark discussions about propaganda, as his content often involves offensive stunts that he labels as comedy or entertainment. However, these actions go beyond harmless humor, as they intentionally provoke and stir controversy by masking harmful behavior as jokes or pranks. Johnny not only misleads his audience but also amplifies the potential for real-world consequences, blurring the line between entertainment and dangerous provocation.
I'm gonna tell you something, and you better listen up real well. Karma comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and Karma is one ruthless, cold-hearted bitch with a 14-inch strap-on.
I love China. I would never disrespect China the way I disrespected Korea and Japan.
Johnny Somali is fully aware that his actions are disrespecting both Korea and Japan. Despite this, he chose to issue a fake public apology, likely in an attempt to cover up his provocative behavior and calm the growing backlash. However, the insincerity of his apology has been evident to many, as it does little to address the harm caused by his actions. It seems that his primary concern is mitigating the consequences of his actions, rather than genuinely acknowledging the disrespect he has shown to these nations.
I really did not mean to hurt your guys' pride this much. You guys are good people, you guys are great people. I've had a great experience with a lot of the South Korean people, and it was not my intention to really hurt you guys, and I hope you guys can accept my apology, and I'm a young person.
In his apology, which was widely perceived as insincere.
No way I believe that he accidentally did this to multiple different comfort lady statues without knowing the meaning of it. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Johnny Somali claimed that he never intended to disrespect Korean culture or history. However, many saw this statement as a mere attempt to deflect the backlash and avoid further trouble. His actions, which have caused significant offense, contradicted his words, leading many to view the apology as nothing more than a PR move rather than a genuine expression of remorse.
I've done, and I really did not mean, and I hope you guys can accept my apology. And I'm a young person, so I apologize, you guys, and I will no longer. I hope that I can live in peace here in South Korea, and we could get past the situation and use it as a learning situation, because a lot of people learned about this statue from this situation, bad or good. A lot of people from all over the world found out